Well, hello. Welcome to day 21 of Zentangle Inktober. We're going to be drawing here today one of the focal point patterns similar to this one, and this one. We're going to be drawing the pattern Bees by Midair Furuhashi. And we're going to start out slightly different from the way the step out goes. The step out, you draw a triangle with straight sides. I'm going to be using curved sides instead. So you draw your triangle, and then at each tip you extend the line out a bit. And of course, I'm twisting it up a little bit, adding those curves. Then from the tip, you're going to draw a B shape. Now, in this case, my B kind of extended from the tip of one extension of the triangle to the tip of the other. But in the pattern, I don't think it extended that far. I just feel like when I was drawing it, when I was experimenting with this pattern, I kind of like how it looked a little bit better when it sort of flowed over to the other side like that. So now those original extensions, we're going to bring them even further out. And we're going to draw the B kind of on the opposite side than we did the first time. So now we're going to be drawing the B to the left side. So here I'm going to draw my two sort of bumps, and we'll do that from each point. And we'll alternate sides as we draw our B's. So again, we'll extend that initial curve just a little bit. This time, instead of drawing to the left of the extension, we'll draw our B to the right of the extension. So here I go, adding in a B to the right, and doing that for each of these extensions. A B to the right, and then for the last one, another B to the right. One more extension, and as you guessed, a B to the left. Continue on for each of the three extensions. And then I'm going to sort of sneak in a B to the right that goes behind right here, but there's enough space right here for at least a start of that B to the right. There you go. So now I'm thinking about how can I sort of round this off? Where can I add just some extra double bumps to make this look even more like a round flower shape? And to be honest, I'm kind of satisfied with it. There's not a ton of spots where things are sticking out. I'm feeling quite good about that. So I'll draw a second bees right here, sort of going behind in this space, and make this one just a little bit smaller. Extend the lines. Draw your B shape. I noticed as I was trying this out for the first time that I had to sort of loosen up. I couldn't take this one in such a linear fashion in order for it to look a little bit more like a flower shape. Initially, when I was drawing them, there were a lot of pointed edges sticking out. I didn't quite like drawing the triangle and the extensions in straight lines. So I felt like letting things curve a little bit more and letting this sort of form a bit more organically felt better for me, so that I could feel like, oh, I actually like this pattern. It took me a minute to warm up to this one. So if you feel like, oh, I'm not quite sure if this feels good, give it a minute, try it out a little bit. Maybe do some sketches with it and play around with the pattern a little bit and see if there's a way you can do it in such a way that you actually enjoy how it turns out. So I invite you to experiment like I did. I'm going to go ahead and ink in that original curvy triangle. So now we can go ahead and add some shading. I'm actually out of town today at an academic conference, and I didn't bring my typical materials with me. So I have a different pencil. I don't have my typical Zentangle pencil. I've noticed that this one, even though it's like a typical 2B graphite pencil, it's a little bit darker than my Zentangle pencil, I'm noticing. And also, I'm using a blending stump instead of a tortillion, so it'll be a bit of an experiment today to see, what do I like best, working with a tortillion or a blending stump. It's always fun to try different art supplies. So I'm adding my graphite along the edge of that original extended curved line and along the back edge of each one of those bees, so it makes it look as if these are petals that lay on top of one another, leaving a shadow on the petal behind it. All right, so it's time to blend. I'm using this blending stump here rather than a tortillion, so we'll see how it goes. Well, that actually turned out quite nice. I quite enjoyed using a different pencil and a different blending tool today. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope you had a wonderful time drawing, and I hope to see you again tomorrow. Bye-bye.